Well, it looks like the Moto Barn has picked up another project yet again. I just can't keep away from cheap projects. It's kind of my thing. Let me show you what I got here. I have now entered the LS realm with this really pretty decent L33 right here. I picked this up just a couple of days ago thinking it was just a standard 5.3 LM7 with the iron block and all. Well, I bring it home and look at everything. I'm like, there's no rust. I take a magnet to it. What do you know? It's an aluminum block. So I actually have an L33 here that I got for 260. What did I get him? 240 for this. No heads. So I was trying to track down some heads, and first off, I'm getting ahead of myself. With this motor came one intake, set of exhaust manifolds. I got the harness and ECU and other little bits and pieces, which is very nice. So I needed some heads, and I started to do some research, and research is what I seem to do all the time. It's really fun, but it's also a rabbit hole. And I found out that the small domed 706 heads, as you see right there, and also the 862, I believe, which is the exact thing, are really, really good heads on these engines. I've seen the dyno graphs, and of course they had other mods and things like that, but they were technically the best head. With this head, maybe a little bit of port work and upgraded valve springs on this will net me about 10.4, 10.5 compression ratio, which is, decently high, but really nice for added torque and some horsepower, hopefully. I think mainly torque with added compression. So that's the idea with this. So also, I got all this as I've really been getting into engine building lately. As if you have not seen, I am building a Honda 4-cylinder, a F22A6 forged garage and pistons with a turbo, hoping to push 350, 400 wheel horsepower as a fun toy for my 93 Accord Coupe SE. Anyways, I've really enjoyed that process and got to thinking, maybe I really enjoy just engine building and it as a separate hobby to having a car and restoring it, because as you guys probably know, it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot more space, and yeah, it's so involved. And I've kind of been on a pause on this BMW 320i. I love it, I just need to finish it. I've got to finish these floors. I've started to cut stuff, and I need to start cutting some more and then trimming the new floor pans over there and yada yada and all that stuff. But getting sidetracked. All that to say, there's just a lot of work. It's a lot of work and a big package. And this is kind of right here. It's right here. It's smaller, it's easier to work on, kind of. And I find it really fun and enjoyable to kind of just take something really cheap, junkyard, freshen it up, maybe get some extra horsepower out of it and see what it can do. And maybe sell it, maybe keep it for a future project like a V8 swapped, I don't know, Miata, as a buddy of mine told me, or a smaller sports car or an old classic truck. I don't know, there's just so many options. It gets me really excited. So I'm gonna have fun with these. Let me come back to this. So I have no heads, as you can tell, on this. So I was searching for heads, and I found a guy parting out stuff, and he had these heads. I was like, okay. We worked it down to about $120. He said, if you want the whole engine, you can come get it for $250. I was like, you know what? Sold. So I have another 5.3. This is just an iron block LM7, but I couldn't pass it up for that deal. So all in together here, all this stuff, and that came with a harness and fuse box and coils and alternator and ECU and all this stuff, all of this for about 500 bucks in my time and some gas money and such. So I'm thrilled. I'm really excited. I hope you guys will join me on this journey. This will be a separate build series, of course, as to everything else I'm doing, and see what I work out and what I do with these LS engines. So stay tuned, and I hope you guys will join me and learn a little something as we go along, and I can learn from you guys. Take care.